What's going on, all you awesome people? We're at the garden. Today we're harvesting beets because this afternoon I'm going to make pickled beets. So that might be in this video, or I may just do a separate video. Chances are I'm going to do a separate video. Today I've got a day off. It's Wednesday or Thursday. I think it's Wednesday, mid-August. So everything is really growing like crazy, except for my cucumber patch because it's totally shot. So we're going to pick some beets. I have been told you can eat the tops of beets. I'm not going to be eating the tops of those beets. What I might do is I might bring them home and wash them and then run them through my dehydrator and turn them into powder. Because I make superfood powder out of the greens from the garden, and beet tops would probably be a healthy addition into that. So I may just do that. So right over there, I have a massive beet. I thought it was actually another plant, but it's not. It's a beet. So you guys want to see how big this monster is? That's it. That whole thing. That's one big monster beet. I don't even know if it's edible at this point. Look at the size of that. It's like the size of a turnip. Look at that. I've never seen a beet that big before. And did the rats get into it? Oh, it looks like the rats have not gotten into it either, which is fantastic because we have a lot of furry critters here, as you can imagine, because they have all this beautiful food to eat. So yeah, so that's the plan. What do you say? Let's harvest some beets. This is the beet patch we're going to harvest for today, and these were given to me by a friend of mine, and they're definitely a good size. So we're going to harvest these suckers and we're going to bring them home. I know it's kind of hard to see with all the glare. How's that? I'd say that's not bad, eh? I don't need that. I'm not even sure what variety of beet these are. I don't know if they're Bull's Blood or Detroit's or whatever. So we're just gonna pull them out. And you know what, guys? I'm beyond happy because I have tried to grow beets for years. Look at that. That's a nice looking beet. I have tried to grow beets for years, and either they didn't germinate properly or the critters got to them. Like last year, even that's a nice one. And last year, the critters got to my entire beet harvest and ruined it. They chewed. So you know when you eat an apple, you don't eat the top, you don't eat the bottom, but you eat all the way around the beets. Or the apple. That's what happened last year. That's a good sized beet. Wow. Definitely going to have enough to make a couple of jars of pickled beets, and that's the goal here. Oh, guys, I got a monster. Are you ready? Oh, look at that. I don't even know what we're going to do with that one. You know what we're going to do with that one? We're going to stick that sucker right back in the ground, and he can just keep growing. These are nice. There's no damage on them. The beet tops are nice and healthy. A little bit wilted, but it's been hot. You know, I think we're going to leave that little fella in the ground. Yep. Definitely happy with my beet harvest. What do we got? We got another one. What kind of these? What's the tag say? It just says beet. Does it say the variety? No, it doesn't even say the variety. It just says beet. This is what happens when you buy stuff from some vegetable spots in the springtime. They don't They're not specific, which can be a little annoying sometimes if you plan on harvesting seed from what you've grown from something from the grocery store and you don't know what variety it is. I always like to know what varieties I'm growing. But like I said, no complaints for me. Hey, look at that. That one looks like a sweet potato. I'm still happy with that. But yeah, if you're going to harvest seed from what you've grown and you've bought it from a farmer's market, or look at that, that's a good size, then it's kind of challenging. What do we got here? We got a little one. Let's keep that one growing. Oh, we got a little tiny baby one. It was probably overshadowed by the rest of the larger foliage from some of the other beets. Okay, so that's a whole tote of beets, guys. What do you think? Get out of the sun. Yep, I am okay with that. And then these ones here, these are golden beets. See if we can get the sun off it. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. I've got a lot of glare on my screen, but it's a orangey color. But they're not ready yet. We got to let those grow. So I've left a couple small ones in there. We're just going to let those finish up. These are my bush beans. We'll be picking those on the weekend. So this is more beets. And then these are golden beets. They definitely need water. But we'll pick these another day. But they do look nice though. Yellowy gold. And we're gonna make pickled beets out of these. So we'll have 2 different types of pickled beets this year. But look how thick that foliage is. Holy moly. See, the nice thing, guys, is some people wonder why I grow everything so tight together, right? But this is called square foot gardening. And here's the benefits, okay? Yes, there's obviously a couple of weeds going here. But generally, when you grow in a square foot gardening method, once your plants take off, it basically chokes out all the weeds because they can't really grow because there's no sunshine down in there, right? Just, you can see it's just basically bare soil. So there's benefits to this, right? So right now, all this soil here, it's shaded. So that means that it's not in direct sunlight, which means 1, you're not killing all the healthy bacteria that live in the top surface of your soil. Secondly, you don't have to water as much because it's not getting baked by the sun, right? Another good reason is if the weeds can't grow, you don't have to worry about weeding. So consider growing in a square foot gardening method. I think I planted these things 8 inches apart, 6 or 8 inches apart in little clusters. We'll see better once we get to harvesting. But I mean, you're always going to have some weeds, right? Like these big old grasses and stuff. We would just throw those off to the side. So that's it. We're going to leave those there. How's my bush beans coming along? Oh, they're coming along nice. I grow yellow, purple. Look at how beautiful the color is on that. I grow yellow, purple, and green bush beans. And these are just for making dilly beans. So if you guys like dilly beans, watch my channel because we're going to be making dilly beans maybe as soon as this weekend. I'll probably have to get in here and do a great big harvesting, but you know. Okay. So this is it for this one. And yep, happy with that harvest. And I do think I'm going to take those beet tops home and I'll just take all the bad bits out, keep them, and those will run through the dehydrator. So we'll do a couple of videos on this stuff. And next, I'm going to go harvest some yellow zucchini because we have some nice ones in here. We have some really big ones. That's almost too big to eat. And we have a couple in here. And we have some stressed out plants that I thought the squash vine borer was going to kill. But either the larva died or we just have a unhealthy plant. But it's putting out fruit for me, so... Oh yeah, look at that. That's pretty chewed up in there. But it's still putting stuff out, so, you know. And then we have, before I leave, this is Malabar spinach. Right? Malabar spinach. I've never had it. This is my first time tasting it, guys.